Alright, so here we are. We got Connor's 5th gen Prelude. We're going to be doing the LED kits on here. I'm going to show y'all how to install the LED kits, because I had a lot of questions about it. He has the red SIR interior, which is very beautiful. We just polished up his headlights and got his passenger headlight working as well, so we can go ahead and go home and not get pulled over by the cops for having one headlight. H22A swapped, and let's get started with the LEDs here for y'all. Oh, you can come on in here, man. Yeah, you're good. Alright. You can sit down too. You don't have to be crouching. Gotcha. Alright, so first off, we're going to take off the shroud here. And it's not going to be bolted on. It's going to have 2 bolts. Like I said, it won't be bolted on. It's going to have 2 Phillips screwdrivers, or fucking screws. And find those, and it's only held on by 2 screws. The rest of it clips in. I think you're missing a screw, yeah. Right.
That's how it goes. So let's go ahead and push out. It helps if your steering wheel is all the way down. And it kind of squeezes in there. Sometimes they're a tight fit. Just pop it right out and put that to the side. And then you're going to have 2 more screws. One right here, one right here, and then you should have one right here and one right here. We're missing one, but that's alright. It's actually not even missing this one. It was just in there, and somebody put it on there before they put the shroud on, so here's your missing screw. Weren't even missing it. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and get these screws out. It is a 5-speed swap, so he still has the auto cluster, but it's okay. These LEDs work for both. Do the screw somewhere.
It's all good.
And then, yeah, you can't even see the stock. The whole cluster is going to slide out like this. This is the part that's a little difficult, because you want to switch them out and make sure they're working, because LEDs are going to only have 1 positive and 1 negative. So if they're flipped backwards, they're not going to light up and you're going to think they don't work. But that's not the case, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So we're going to go to the back side. Let me unclip it real quick so I can show. Okay. So the back side, you're going to have 1 bulb, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's going to be all the gray connectors. Don't touch any of the black ones. That's going to be your check engine light and your ABS lights and things like that. So you just grab them and you twist, and they come right out like this. You're just going to go ahead and take out all of them. Actually, I'm going to put it down there. If you need a little pair of pliers, you can use a little pair of pliers. Don't worry about messing them up. That's pretty tight. There we go. Alright, once they're all out, we're going to go ahead and plug this back in. And this is where it kind of gets a little tricky, because you got to look to make sure that they're working. We're going to leave that one unplugged for now. You're going to get the LEDs that I send, which are like this. And you see these small bulbs, just pull them out. Sometimes they kind of get stuck. Alright, so like I said, sometimes you might need to get a little pick tool. You can kind of just dig it in that corner there and kind of just help it come up a little bit, just like that. It's going to pop right out. Like I said, they're going to have 1 positive and 1 negative, so if it doesn't work this way, you're going to take it out. God dang, that thing's tight. And flip it 180, just like this, if it doesn't work. Obviously it's not going to work because it's not hooked up to anything, so it's not going to work in your hand.
So we're gonna have to put it back on here. So this is where it kind of gets tricky. We're gonna put it right here. And dumbass. All right. Make sure you have them all connected in.
There we go. Okay,
So,
let's try this.
Sorry about that, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and stick it in this far one right over here. Instead, if it doesn't work, obviously just bring it out and flip it around. All right, that one's working now.
All right.
So there's our issue. Obviously, don't do that. Don't be a dumbass.
Make sure all are plugged in.
That's why I said it gets kind of hard because you'll have them all plugged in. That one's working too. All right, cool. So let's keep chugging along. Kind of got a 50-50 shot of getting it right the first time. And I've done this so many times where I can kind of just feel for it. If you need to look, obviously you can get your head way back there. Don't think that one's coming on, so we'll take it out and flip it real quick. So make sure they're pushed down in there, seated properly, and
There we go.
All right, we got one more to do, which is way over here for the temp gauge. This one's kind of a, excuse my language, but a bitch to see, so you're kind of gonna go under there. Try to find it from anyway. Sometimes it's easier if you're on this side. Let's see. All right, and then you're just gonna push it back in. Make sure everything lines up, where you can see your bolt holes. Now obviously we'll get a nighttime shot of it to make it better, but it's not going to be that dim orange light from the factory. So like I said, let's go ahead and put our, and it helps with this if you have a magnetic tip to kind of help it stay on there because it's kind of long in there. So instead of trying to fish it out, you can kind of just poke it right where it needs to be and screw it in. I really wouldn't recommend using a power drill on these because you can strip them and you'd kind of be screwed if you're really trying to get your cluster out. But it's whatever you're comfortable with.
Better question would be, why would you need one?
You shouldn't. Unless the previous owner really tightened them down. Which,
you got bigger problems with that.
yeah. Don't forget to put the two upper for the actual cluster because you don't want it wiggling on you. So we're only going to put one in because there's missing one already, and that's going to keep it in place, and then we're going to use the other one that we found to put both on the shroud back on to make sure that this doesn't have any sag in it. So you're just going to put this in there right there, and you'll hear it click in. There's going to be two screw holes right here, like I said. And again, you're just gonna grab it, and they should line up pretty easy. So just find right where it lines up in right there. Screw it in place, and you'll see there's no gap at the top. It'll seal itself up. And that is how you install the LEDs that I sell for the cluster. Alright, stop this one. Alright, now we're going to do the three upper cluster lights right here. So like I said, it kind of helps to have a little pick tool. And you'll see in the back where these kind of hollow spots, you can kind of just get it up in there. And you kind of just, sometimes it helps if you have a really like a pocket screwdriver or something, but if you don't, like I said, these pick tools work just fine. Always pry from this back side. If you pry from the front side, you could break the tabs, and you don't want to do that. Like I said, it just kind of comes out like this, falls out. You don't want to break these tabs. Obviously right here is where it comes out. And as I was
telling him earlier, like I said, the LEDs only have a positive and a negative, so we're gonna go ahead and power this middle one on, take it out. So when you plug in the new LED, if it doesn't come on, because look, you got it backwards, it won't come on this way. So just take it out, flip it 180, put it in there, and it works. And these are easier to test, obviously, because you're not having to get behind the cluster. So go ahead and push the button, turn the power on. Doesn't work, take it out, flip it, and it works. Alright, so now we're going to do the side markers here. I got a new style bulb, which I haven't released yet. I've been using them for years as well, and I love them. So you're going to take out this screw here. And you're going to get a flathead screwdriver. And from the side that it's screwed in on, you're just going to stick it right here and just slightly pry out, and it'll come right out, and it slides out this way. Just like that. So when you get it out, there it is. Twist it, and it should pull right out. And so the best way to test this is go ahead and turn on your light. It's working. Take it out. Plug in the new one. And then you're just going to put it right back in the connector. Twist it in place. You might want to do that. But you just push it like that, slides right in. Sometimes you gotta give it a little force. Don't be afraid to hurt your old bitch. Alright. Obviously don't tighten it down too hard. If you tighten it down too hard, you can crack the lens here. So just a good hand tight. And we've already done the ones right here in the markers. You could use either my new bulb that I sell or these. Both of them work. Obviously just twist in from the back and pulls out. Alright, and then my T10s are also going to fit in the corner light and here as well. You can come right back here. It's going to be this one. You just twist out, and the one over here in the corner as well. And like I said, some people don't realize that that side of the tail light lights up, but it does. Oh, and then we also got this light right here. It's going to have this little case on it, and if you just take a pick or a flathead, pull down on it, it slings open. And alright guys, all the lights are installed. It's a late night video of them. These are literally just the parking lights, side markers. Gotta zoom in on them. So we got our side markers here. Let's go into the interior and show y'all the cluster. Alright, and we got our dome lights. I'm not offering the red as of yet. And let's go back here. We got the tail lights. We got the license plate light. So my T10s are going to fit, like I said, here and here. Those are still normal halogen brake light bulbs. I haven't got to a point where I'm happy with the other ones. And then of course the trunk's LED. Alright. Those are the lights in action at night.